M0FXB Hamtech, welcome to my channel. UV-K5, K6 and even the UV-5R can run the Quansheng dock as you see, but you won't hear anything until you've made a cable. So let's have a quick look here at some new pictures by Nick for the cable and instructions. Let's just close down this dock, and as you can see it does have a spectrum. Close it down and look closely at these photographs. Now I have made another video itemizing the products you need to buy and I will put that link into the description. I might even add that video to the end of this video if I can find it. But anyway, you can see nice clear pictures here. I would pause it. Let's make sure that's not in the way. If you look at the side of your Quansheng, the top is a 2.5mm jack. Look here at the side, 2.5 is the top, the bottom is 3.5. Now if we look here at these photographs, you can see how they have been split from the 2.5 jack to the, if we go by the USB cable here, the USB cable, you can see that the 2.5 has been split to the bottom pin, and looking over here to the top pin of the microphone, which is here. I will ask about this split here, where they've made a split in the cable of the grey cable. But I'll also show you in a sec what is the diagram, what the diagram shows to do in that case. So I think it's quite clear now. You can see you've got your microphone, then you've got your 2.5 jack at the top, then the 3.5 jack underneath, and that's split into the other cables. There's not actually that much splicing to do. As far as I can see, there's only really one splice that has been done here. And I think that shows you that this isn't as complicated as you think once you've got the bits. Now remember, the parts that plug into the Quansheng radio are, let's call it male. They poke. They're male. Yeah. Okay. So they poke into the radio. And so let's just quickly look at the diagram. So this is the technical diagram, which many will look at. Now remember this resistor that has been added. Yeah, it's quite important, and we've got further photograph there. And I would say that that's important. You can see the colours of the wires that are there. We're hoping that the colours of the wires are the same on most cables, but they tend not to be in my experience. So you need to follow through and read this pamphlet very carefully to make sure you've got it right, basically. And it says it's described here in detail by Nick. Okay, so I'll just quickly put this video in because there was a new photograph added this morning. Thanks, Nick. And what we'd really like to see is probably a video of the actual cable, it not assembled but with everything open, like this, bit like this photograph, I would say. Although this is very good, there's nothing, you can't really beat the real cable. Now if I had the bits here, I've ordered the bits, they're coming today and tomorrow, and I will replicate this. Pretty sure I've got a 47k resistor. The cables are £3 or £4 each. The resistors, you get a pack of about 10 for £3, I think. The other option I would like to have is one where we just make a cable for just listening to the audio. Yeah. And it seems like the audio out is coming from the 2.5. That might mean a simpler cable, maybe, that we can do. So when we're sat at our desks, we can play around with our Quansheng dock, listen to the radio at the same time, without being too difficult to make a cable, or without having a cable that has to have a microphone connected to it. That will be interesting as well. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. You just fire it up again. I've got it going here on the desk. There it goes. Here it is, and click SPECT. Get the dual screen. If we want to read and write my radio, which I actually do. So we go channel editor, like so. And then we read at the bottom, reading my radio. And then what I'm going to test, actually I might test that now, is if I can now read from one radio, and I've got my other UV-5, which I'm going to turn on. So I've just added the firmware on for the, you have to have special firmware to run this dock, but it's still Exuma, the one I use. But it is, just going to see if that will now just quickly send it to my radio. So I've literally swapped radios. I'm going to click right, confirm right to radio. Of course I've switched the cable, and click OK. And something's happening. Let's wait and see if that sends it. It's gone white. So if I look at the memory channels on on both radios a second, just to check. Yep, it has worked, and also this also confirms that you can run the dock using the UV-5R model that does not have the USB-C connector. And it's running it now, and it's changed some channels, and you'll see the blue light comes on as I change the channel. Well, it's actually memory channels, and so there's confirmation of that. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel.